The 1982 Lincoln 1-cent coin is one of the most fascinating and important modern coins in United States history. At first glance, it may appear to be an ordinary penny that people use every day without giving it a second thought. Millions of Americans carried these coins in their pockets and wallets during the early 1980s. Many of these pennies were spent on everyday purchases and passed from one person to another countless times. However, behind this simple appearance lies a remarkable story that has captured the attention of coin collectors for decades. The 1982 Lincoln cent is not just another penny. It represents a major turning point in American coin production and remains one of the most studied coins in modern numismatics. For collectors and coin hunters, the possibility that a single penny could be worth hundreds of dollars makes this coin especially exciting. When we examine the front side of the coin, we see the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln was the 16th President of the United States and is remembered as one of the greatest leaders in American history. His leadership during the Civil War helped preserve the nation during one of its most difficult periods. The portrait on the coin was designed by Victor David Brenner and first appeared on the Lincoln cent in 1909. This design became historic because it was the first regular circulating United States coin to feature the image of a real person. Above Lincoln's portrait appears the inscription, "I in God we trust." The word liberty is displayed to the side while the year 1982 appears prominently on the coin. Together, these elements create a design that has become one of the most recognizable images in American coinage. The reverse side of the 1982 penny features the Lincoln Memorial located in Washington, D.C. This design was created by Frank Gasparro and was introduced in 1959. The Lincoln Memorial is one of the most important landmarks in the United States and serves as a tribute to Abraham Lincoln's legacy. On the reverse side, collectors can see the inscriptions "United States of America e pluribus unum" and 1 cent. The Lincoln Memorial design remained in use for many decades and became familiar to generations of Americans. The combination of Lincoln's portrait on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back creates a powerful connection between the man and the monument dedicated to his memory. The year 1982 occupies a unique place in American coin history because it was during this year that the United States Mint changed the composition of the penny. For many years, pennies had been produced primarily from copper. However, the rising cost of copper created a significant challenge for the mint. The value of the metal inside the coin was approaching the coin's face value. This situation made continued production of traditional copper pennies increasingly expensive. To solve this problem, the mint introduced a new composition consisting mainly of zinc coated with a thin layer of copper. This change reduced production costs and allowed the penny to remain economically practical. Because the transition occurred during 1982, both copper and zinc pennies were produced during the same year. This unusual situation resulted in multiple varieties that continue to attract collector interest today. Some 1982 pennies were struck using the traditional copper composition, while others were struck using the newer zinc composition. In addition to the metal changes, there were also large date and small date varieties. These combinations created several different versions of the 1982 penny, making it one of the most complex and interesting years in Lincoln cent collecting. Collectors often spend hours examining 1982 pennies because identifying the correct variety can make a significant difference in value. A copper penny weighs approximately 3.11 grams while a zinc penny weighs approximately 2.5 grams. This difference allows collectors to determine the composition using a precise digital scale. Date style is another important factor. The large date and small date varieties have subtle differences that experienced collectors can identify through careful observation. Learning to recognize these distinctions has become an important skill within the coin collecting community. The excitement surrounding the 1982 Lincoln cent comes from the possibility of discovering a rare and valuable variety. Most examples found in circulation are common and worth only a small amount above face value. However, certain varieties are considerably scarcer and more desirable. Some high-grade examples have attracted significant attention at auctions and among collectors. Coins that have remained in exceptional condition for decades are especially valuable because they are much more difficult to find than heavily circulated examples. Condition plays a critical role in determining a coin's value. A penny that spent years circulating through the economy often shows scratches where discoloration and other signs of use. In contrast, an uncirculated coin may retain its original luster and sharp details. Professional grading services evaluate these characteristics and assign numerical grades that help establish market value. Collectors are often willing to pay substantial premiums for coins that receive the highest grades because such examples are extremely scarce. One of the reasons collectors love the 1982 penny is that it combines history, economics, and treasure hunting into a single coin. Every variety tells a story about a significant period in United States mint history. The transition from copper to zinc reflects economic pressures and changing production methods. At the same time, the existence of multiple varieties creates opportunities for discovery. Many collectors enjoy searching through old coin jars, bank rolls, and inherited collections hoping to uncover a valuable example. The popularity of coin collecting has grown significantly over the years, and the 1982 Lincoln cent remains a favorite among both beginners and experienced numismatists. New collectors are often surprised to learn that modern coins can be valuable. Many people assume that only coins from the 19th century or earlier have significant worth. The 1982 penny proves otherwise. Even a coin produced in relatively recent times can become highly collectible when unusual circumstances create rare varieties. Another factor contributing to the coin's popularity is its accessibility. Unlike many rare coins that require large investments to acquire, the 1982 penny can still occasionally be found in circulation or in old collections. This accessibility creates excitement because virtually anyone can participate in the search. The idea that a valuable coin could be hiding among ordinary pocket change continues to inspire collectors around the world. Stories of valuable discoveries have fueled interest in the 1982 Lincoln cent for decades. Collectors frequently share accounts of finding unusual varieties while searching through rolls of pennies obtained from banks. These discoveries demonstrate that important coins can still be found by those willing to dedicate time and effort to learning the hobby. Each successful find encourages others to begin their own search and contributes to the enduring popularity of coin collecting. The artistic significance of the Lincoln cent should not be overlooked. Victor David Brenner's portrait of Abraham Lincoln remains one of the most admired designs in American coinage. The image captures Lincoln's dignity and strength while providing a lasting tribute to his leadership. Frank Gasparro's Lincoln Memorial reverse complements the portrait beautifully and reinforces the coin's historical theme. Together, these designs create a miniature work of art that millions of people carried every day. The value often associated with certain 1982 pennies can reach around $260 depending on the specific variety and condition. This figure captures the imagination of collectors because it demonstrates how a coin with a face value of only 1 cent can become worth hundreds of times more. While not every 1982 penny commands such prices, the possibility of finding one that does keeps collectors engaged and motivated. Coin collecting is more than a hobby. It is a way of connecting with history. Every coin serves as a small artifact that reflects the culture, economy, and values of the time in which it was produced. The 1982 Lincoln cent is an excellent example of this concept. It represents a period of economic change while preserving one of the most iconic designs in American coinage. Collectors who study this coin gain insight into both the history of the United States Mint and the broader economic forces that influenced coin production. For many people, the journey begins with a single penny. A casual glance at an old coin may lead to research curiosity, and eventually a lifelong interest in numismatics. The 1982 Lincoln cent has introduced countless individuals to the hobby because of its fascinating varieties and potential value. It serves as a reminder that remarkable discoveries can sometimes be found in the most ordinary places. Today, the 1982 Lincoln 1 cent remains one of the most searched and discussed modern American coins. Collectors continue studying its varieties, comparing examples, and searching for high-grade specimens. Auction results and market demand ensure that interest remains strong year after year. Whether viewed as a collectible investment, a historical artifact, or simply a fascinating piece of American coinage, the 1982 Lincoln cent occupies a special place in the world of numismatics. The next time you encounter an old penny, take a moment to examine it carefully. Check the date, observe the details, and consider the possibility that it may be more than just spare change. Hidden within a collection of ordinary coins could be a remarkable piece of history waiting to be discovered. The story of the 1982 Lincoln 1 cent reminds us that even the smallest coin can hold extraordinary significance, and that the world of coin collecting is filled with opportunities for learning, discovery, and excitement.